You're listening to Swerve, motivating teens to take a positive route.
Hey, buddy.
Let's get rerouted.
My name is Esther Iya from Break the Code, and you are listening to Swerve.
And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Swerve Teen Talk Radio right here on Pure Radio, AM 1320, FM 103.7. You're sitting in with your man, Frank Farrells, and I am swerving as I do every Saturday night from 10 to midnight. Sitting in with me, I have a very special guest that I want to introduce to the student body of Jacksonville, Florida.
Hi, my name is Esther Iya.
Thank you for coming to Swerve and choosing to talk to our teens. What we like to do is motivate our teens to take a positive route. And so you're doing something that's very interesting in the city. And I got your information from a mutual friend, and I was looking over the information. I was really blown away at the model and the structure that you have made just from the website. So just take a brief moment and let's talk about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 17.
17, and you're still in school?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Senior year.
What school are you attending?
I attend Paxson.
What are your studies? What do you look to do after school?
Well, after I graduate, I'm planning to study political science.
Political science, really?
Really excited, yeah.
Okay, so what are you involved in right now, like at school or anything in the community that's kind of preparing you for getting into that field?
Well, right now I just started an organization called Break the Code, Inc., and that's really just given me an opportunity to get into the business sector and just experience what that is like as an adult. And I really think that that's going to prepare me, to interact with other people in politics and just in that field. Did
you have any family members involved in politics, or are you just like the one that's going on a whole different track and just going into something different?
Well, I do have 2 lawyers in my family.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Very good. Okay, so again, want to get back to the reason we got you here. This organization that you have, if you can just introduce that one more time.
It's called Break the Code.
Okay, now talk a little bit about what this organization is.
Okay, so Break the Code is a student-led nonprofit, and the reason we started was just to really equip and engage these students of Jacksonville by providing access to resources and fostering career development. Because we really see a lot of potential in Jacksonville and students who really do want to make something in their lives, but a lot of the opportunities that are in Jacksonville are very obscure and they're not very well publicized. And the ones that are there are pretty exclusive, and we want to change that. We don't want to complain about it. We want to change that. We want to get people more involved with the opportunities that we do have and encourage more opportunities so that we can develop ourselves and get prepared for our lives.
Absolutely. Now, is this for any particular school, or do you have to be a certain age at a certain school or anything? So
we target high school students to encourage them and get them ready for college and future careers. But we are welcome to anyone who is ready to work and ready to help teens and help youth get ready for their lives.
Okay, now how can they contact you and get involved?
Okay, so our website is called breakthecode.org, and we can be contacted through there. We are also on Facebook at Break the Code Inc., as well as on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Snapchat. So we can be contacted through any of those places.
That's good. Okay, so just take a minute and just kind of go over some of the goals that you're looking to set with this organization.
Hey, this year is our first year, so we're really getting off the ground. But some of the main things that we are targeting this year are our first project is called Break the Ice, and that is an interview series that we are doing with community leaders here in Jacksonville who will share their stories and really just inspire teens and show them what they can do in their own lives. And then we are also going to be providing resources on our website just to get the opportunities that are here in Jacksonville known and get people involved in those things so that they can really get out into the community and equip themselves and get ready for college and their careers. And then the next thing that we're doing is we're trying to start clubs at our high schools. So we're doing that slowly but surely, and those clubs are going to be mentorship clubs because we do think that students can really learn from one another as well as from adults. And then our main thing that we are excited about is doing a career fair. So that is a project that we are hoping to start and hoping that it will be a success so that we can get jobs and internships and opportunities in Jacksonville to teens so that they can get involved in those things.
That's wonderful. Okay, you have a lot of good information going on, and parents and parents of students and teens, take time to listen to this information. We're going to also have this information posted on our Facebook page, which is Swerve Peer Radio, so that you can have your teen involved in this. So we're going to get back into some more music, but stay locked and loaded because we're going to come right back and hear some more from this young lady. This is your man Frank for Reals. Y'all Swerve. And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Swerve Teen Talk Radio right here on Peer Radio, AM 1320, FM 103.7. This is your man Frank for Reals, swerving out with you for the next 2 hours. And sitting here with me, I have a very special guest. Her name is Esther, right?
Yes,
Did I say it right?
Did I say it right?
Okay. Y'all who know me, y'all know that I have a very hard time with names. So it's whatever. But sitting here with me now, she just gave really good information about the organization that she started. And so we want to find out more about this young lady and what makes her tick, because sitting here with her, it's very interesting, and it's a good thing for me to see young people who they're breaking what you're called, that's the status quo. You are far from the norm, and for me, it's really good to see a young, educated, young lady sitting here before me. So talk a little bit more about, what have you so motivated, to do these type of things?
Okay, so you mentioned what makes me tick, and one of those things is untapped potential.
Good.
I really don't like seeing people who have potential for greatness just not use it, because one of the main things that motivated me was reaching my greatest potential. And one of the things that I really like to live by is, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
And there's also a reverse of that. People who aren't well equipped, you can't expect as much from them.
Exactly.
But that's okay, because the people who have great resources, I think that there's a responsibility to help those who don't.
Definitely.
And that's one of the main things that motivated me in creating Break the Co, and just in the way that I live my life, because I think that everybody has a potential for greatness on some level.
Yeah.
Some people's greatness may be less than others, but that's okay. The main thing is doing your best. And through Break the Co and through my own life, I try to equip others and share my knowledge with them, whoever is willing to accept it.
Exactly. One of the things I find is that there is a break in communication between, with the families, with mothers and their daughters, or sons and their fathers, and so I see how that have an impact, be it negative or positive, in their outlook on life, society, and what they can and can't do. So, how has the relationship with your parents helped, you in making these decisions?
I believe I've been very blessed with the relationships that I have in my family. The main things that have helped me with my parents is that I've seen them sacrifice a lot for me from the time they were young, from the time I wasn't even born. They've been sacrificing for me long before I ever stepped foot on this earth. And, that motivation to care for someone who doesn't even exist yet has really inspired me throughout my life to work as hard as I can, to honor that sacrifice and to show them, I appreciate you.
That's beautiful. That's good.
And a lot of teens, they don't have that great of relationships with their parents or even with family members, but in the end, that's something in your past that you can't control. When you come into this earth, you don't get to choose your parents, but you do get to choose the relationships that you develop in your life.
Right.
And I think that anybody can become family to you. So I think it's important to seek out those people and to receive guidance from them.
Right.
And I think it's important for leaders and strong people to seek out those who need mentorship, to help them, to guide them.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Lastly, take time to speak to a young lady who may be listening who may have confusion in their identity. They may be suffering from loneliness or insecurities of all kinds. You don't sound like you have any insecurities. If you do, I will be blown away. But you seem very confident, very sure of yourself. I don't see that in a lot of young ladies, especially your age. So you talking about your parents and your grounding, where that came from, I'm sure that plays a lot into what I see here today. So just take a few minutes to speak to any young lady that may be struggling with just kind of coming into and being comfortable in their own skin?
I have not always been a confident person. I'm naturally on the quiet side. I don't talk much in large crowds. You won't see me standing out. I'll be in the background. And for the longest time, you know, that was a struggle for me, relating to other people and really sharing my opinions, getting outside of my comfort zone. And the main thing that helped me gain that confidence was just knowing that everybody is important, everybody has a story to tell, and that you can't base your opinion of yourself on the way that other people treat you. They don't get to determine your value. They didn't make you. They can't give you that value. Your own strengths and the story that you know that you have is what defines you. You can't find that in a guy. You can't find that in your teachers, in the negative things that people say to you. You have to know that you're important. You have to have confidence in your own abilities. And you know, if you're saying, I don't have abilities, you have to develop those things. A lot of the things that I pride myself in, I was not able to do 5 years ago. I developed talents. I developed things that made me proud of myself.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, describe your faith to me. Well, what is your faith like?
Okay, so I am a Christian. I love me some Jesus. I go to church. I've been in the church since I was small. But it wasn't really until middle school that I really got a relationship with God. And that is a huge motivator in my life. And through even just what the Bible says, you know, I mentioned, you know, trying to reach my greatest potential, being motivated, and that's tied into faith so much because, you know, as Christians, you know, you believe that you were created for a purpose, which means that there's something that you should be accomplishing in life. And you can't just sit around, you have to act. And, you know, believing in Jesus, someone who sacrificed. No, just the same way I sacrifice for my parents to honor their sacrifice, you have to do the same for your Creator. And you just have to honor Him through everything that you do, because He's watching you, He's seeing what you're doing, so you show your thanks to Him by being great.
Jesus Christ did the same thing, and it's beautiful how you're honoring Him in this gift that He's given you with this life. You know, we're not promised tomorrow, so even with the time we have now, we have to be effective, you know, in what we do. So if I never see you again, I mean, you have impacted my life by sitting here and just seeing what you are doing in this society. So as a father, as a youth pastor, as a minister, I have to say to you, thank you so much for investing back into this city. You know, and so it's people like you, it's young people like you that's going to impact the city and make it what it's destined to be, which I believe is great. You know, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite you to come back because I want to do a 2-hour show with you. There's more that I want to talk to you about. We have a limited time here. So again, just give the name of your program, your organization again, and the website one more time. Okay.
I represent Break the Code, and our website is breakthecode.org.
All right. This is your man, Frank For Reals. We're going to get back into some more music. Y'all stay locked and loaded and swerve.